Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to this channel, you're highly welcome. In today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this tube blouse that has two rope which is tied at the back, at the neck at the back. I used freehand method to cut this blouse and this came out perfect on my client. So if this is a tutorial you're interested in, please like this video, comment on the comment section, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you. So guys, for this tutorial you will need about 1¼ yard to 1½ yard of your Ankara fabric, and you will also need a lining for the Ankara. So these are the two materials you will need majorly. So now I've folded my, so guys, the next step now is to fold your fabric into two. So for you to know how much fabric you should fold, so this is how I calculate mine. So your hip measurement, that is your blouse hip, that's if your hip is the highest part of your measurement. If your bust is bigger than your hip, you can use your bust. So you divide your bust divided by 4, then you add extra 2.5 inches to it. So with that you should be able to fold your fabric so you won't waste too much fabric. So after you successfully folded your fabric into two, so now it's time to measure, to take our measurement. So this blouse is not a bustier blouse, but you can also cut it in form of a bustier. So I will recommend a video for you if you want to cut it in form of a bustier, but this one was just a normal that I used. So determine the blouse length. So when you want to determine the blouse length, make sure the blouse length is not too long. Though I used 26 for mine, but I noticed it was too long. It was kind of too long, so don't use a long length. You can use 24, 25. Sure you understand. So yeah, I used 26, but 26 was a little bit too long. Then you locate your waist measurement. So that measurement I just marked out is my waist measurement. Then the next one to locate is your bust measurement. You locate your bust measurement right here. So another measurement you will need to locate is your armhole. I marked out my under bust here, but it was not needed, so you don't need to mark out your under bust. Just mark out your waist, your bust, your armhole line, and also the your upper bust. That's where the blouse will be starting from. So if your upper bust is about 7, you can just go up a little bit, like let's say half to 1 inch, so that it can cover your bust part properly. So if your upper bust, that is your chest line, is about 6, you can just use 5.5 or 5, so depending. So the first line here is my upper bust, and this line I'm rolling upward is for the allowance. I'll be joining this and I'm drafting a freehand method, so I have to include that. So now I'm locating the armhole, so that's my armhole line there. So the first line, so this is my upper bust, my armhole, my bust, the under bust which is not needed, then the waist and the blouse length. So those are the lines that I marked out. So the next thing is to measure my bust divided by 4 on my bust line. On the bust line, measure your bust divided by 4, then you add your sewing allowance. So I'm using 1.5 inches sewing allowance. Then as the waist area, you measure your waist divided by 4, you add 1 inch that, and you add your 1.5 inches sewing allowance. So at the blouse length here, you measure your hip divided by 4. So what you will do is to measure your hip divided by 4, you add extra 1 inch just to make the hip free a little bit, then you add 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance. So that 1 inch, so the 1 inch is for the ease allowance. So these are the measurements you will need. So now I'll go ahead and just connect this together. After connecting the point together, so the next thing I will do now is to just draw my shoulder line here. So this is my shoulder line, so I want to draw my armhole. This is because of the front, so that I can know how to blend the front. So I'm just drawing my armhole, so I will connect my armhole curve at this point. So now this is what the armhole is looking like. So now I'll blend this in to the chest line. So I'll blend it into the chest line. So just watch what I will do right now. So guys, right here on the chest line, I measure 6.5 inches, and it's from that 6.5 inches that I will blend it. So see the way I'm even blending it. So just something like this. So now I'll So this is how you will blend it in. So now let's take our dart. So I'll be starting with this bust dart. So the difference between the half length of the front and the back is 1 inch. So that's why I'm going downward by 1 inch. So I'm going downward by 1 inch. And for the length of this dart, we have to draw the one at the center first. So for the one at the center, you use your bust span divided by 2 and you just add half inch to it. So my bust span divided by 2 is almost 4, so I added half inch to it. So it's 7 rather. So 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. So I added half inch, that's 4. So now I'll just rule a line like this. So for the length of this, so this should not get to the bust line. As you can see that it is 1 inch below the bust line, and for the that leg at the lower part it is about, I think, 6 to 5.5 inches, just a small dart. So now I will draw this one. So this one should not also exceed that point too. So that point there, it should not exceed it. So that was what I did. So for this blouse length here, I'll be going upward by about 2.5 inches. So I'll just be going upward about 2.5 inches just to curve this part here. So that was what I did. So I'll curve this part here. Then now, right now, I will cut this out. So guys, please watch this video up to the end, because I'll teach you a tip on how to prevent gaping, because since we are not using a bustier, so at the chest line this will gape. So I will teach you how to prevent gaping. So guys, after that, the next thing I want to do now is to transfer the dart I have at the front to the back. So this is how I transfer my dart. So I just put a pin at the point, then I'll use chalk to mark it at the other side. And even for this one too, I'll also transfer it, and I'll use chalk to note it at the other side. So I'm notching this part here to know where the dart will be. Since the front is ready, so let's move over to the back. Let's cut the back. So for the back, since the half length of the front and the back is 1 inch shorter, so the blouse length for the back will be 1 inch shorter too. So let's assume you are using 25 for the front, so for the back it will be 24. So on the back, the measurement you will take is the armhole line. So this is my armhole line here, and the waistline. So that's the half length. So this half inch at the upper part is for the like for the joining allowance. This is a freehand method. So the second line is the armhole line. So this line is the half length line. So that is what I have here, and that's the blouse length over there. So now please make sure to add your zipper allowance. Yeah, so I'm adding my zipper allowance of about 1.25 inch or 1 inch, depending on what you want to use. So then you just roll a line like that. So this is indicating the zipper allowance. So the next thing we'll do is to take our measurement. So we'll start with the bust measurement. So your bust divided by 4 here, then you add your sewing allowance of 1.5 inch. Yeah, your waist divided by 4, your dart allowance, then your sewing allowance. Please always take your measurement after the zipper allowance. So I'm preventing zip bulging, so I took out half inch there, so I'm adding it back there. So yeah, you measure your hip divided by 4, the 1 inch is allowance we added, then the 1.5 inches sewing allowance. We added 1 inch is allowance to the front, so you add it here. So you connect all the points together, and this is what we have. We went up by about 2 inches at the blouse length for the front. You also do the same for the back, so that everything can be equal. So the next thing I'll be doing is the darts. So I'll measure my darts, but before that, let's prevent the zip bulging. So this is how you will take out the half inches at the zipper area here. So now we'll measure the darts for the back. So your bust span, first measure your zipper allowance, because that zipper allowance has changed over there. Then after that, you measure your bust span divided by 2 plus half inch. So you just roll a line like this, then you just take half inch to the right, half inch to the left, and just like that. So this is how you do the dart for the back. So now you go ahead and just cut this, but before you cut, you transfer the dart point to the back also. So guys, after you are done, the next thing you will go ahead and do is to cut your lining. So you cut the lining for the front, and you also transfer the dart point to the lining. All the dart point, transfer it to the lining, both for the front and for the back. So after that, you go ahead and cut your rope. So let me tell you the measurement of the rope I use. So for my rope, this is about 36 inches long, and the wideness of this rope, so the wideness of this is 6 inches, and the length is about 36 inches. So that's the length of this rope. So wideness is 6 inches and the length is 36. So I'll go ahead and turn these with the lining, and I also went ahead to make the dart on the lining separately and on the main fabric separately. So I left some opening, like just an opening somewhere, just to turn all of these. So I'll go ahead and turn this, and I'll also iron. So, and I will be back. So this is the rope also. I went ahead to also sew it. I will also go ahead and turn it. So after turning, this is what we have. So this is the front. You will place the rope on the side like this. So you place it on the side, then you also pin it down. You pin it down, then you also place the other side too. Then you go ahead and just sew. So this is the back. You place it by the side and you sew. So after sewing, this is what I have, and the only thing left on this blouse is the zipper. So you go ahead and just fix your zipper. So I will teach you how to prevent gaping, because when I was done making this outfit, when my clients wore this blouse, so there was a gaping at the front. So what I did was just to take a dart at the front. So you take the dart was about, I think, 2 inches just at the front, like it should be corresponding with the dart we have at the waist area. So it should be at that neckline side. So just take the dart of about 2 inches, and the wideness should be about 1 to 1/2 inch for each of the darts. So, and you are good to go, just like the normal way you take the dart. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.